Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to KRAAL Chats. My name is Cardiac Antonio Matlera, and this is KRAAL Chats brought to you by the Pot Hits Network. I'm not alone today, in fact, too. We're going to be having a beautiful show. And as I just introduced myself, I also want my co host to introduce himself. What's up?
What's up? Hi, everybody. My name is Ngwene Kamzamo, and welcome to another special episode of the KRAAL Chats. And today we're going to be talking all things Freedom Day, polygamy, transgender women, and also we have guests in the studio. So, yeah, we'll dip into that a bit later.
Yo, what up, good people? This is your boy Signal 91, aka Makasana Montana. I'm a rapper, I'm an actor, I'm a presenter, all the way from Davidson, 1520.
Yeah, big up
Yeah,
Davidson.
Hex shafere ba feti to boy. Mjigija mjogoja baba kazeke temkize. Gwayaya. Easy.
Goyaya.
Easy.
Gwayaya. What does Gwayaya mean?
Ke kwal.
Oh, Twala.
Capital,
Okay,
Easy.
all right. Easy. All right, okay, not a problem. It's good to have you guys in the studio.
Yeah.
I am very excited. And I don't know, is there somewhere, what are your handles on social media?
The Signal 91 everywhere. SICKNAL 91 everywhere.
Why do you call yourself Signal 91?
You know,
I'm curious.
when they say you're sick in rap, they say that you are dope.
Oh, yes.
So at the same time, I have connections. I know a lot of people.
Signal.
Signal, you know.
It's very
But don't ask me about the 91, hey. Privacy there.
you were born in 91, obvious.
When there's no signal, like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, so, you know.
okay.
Sonale network.
Yeah.
I've just got this dope connection, you know. Two ways. Dope
Shut up,
connection.
shut up, shut up.
No, but I get it, I understand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mina like Jiggy Prince
Uh-huh.
on all social media platforms. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
Hotle.
Would you
Jiggy Prince.
Yeah, yeah.
JIGGY Prince. Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Shout out. And I'm cardiac music everywhere, man. Just Google me. And it'll show you all other things. Just Google cardiac music. And everything will appear. So tell me, man, what's on your podcast today?
Okay, so today, as I said earlier, that we'll be talking about Freedom Day.
Yeah.
So in a couple of days, it will be Freedom Day. So there's something that I wanted to ask you guys. Ne? Obviously, we all know Guti, 27th of April is the Freedom Day. It's when all races were able to vote. You know,
Yeah,
everyone was
for the
allowed
first
to
time.
vote. And then our first black president was elected, which is Nelson Mandela. So I wanted to know, Signal, Guti, how would you explain Freedom Day to a child? Let's say to a 9-year-old.
Oh,
What are
to-
Freedom
to-
Day
to a
people?
child.
Yeah.
Yeah, Freedom Day for me, I'll explain the date first.
Mhm.
That's on the 27th of April. It's not like
Yes.
Easter holidays, it's on the 27th, you know. But for me, being free is all about respect. Can't just say you are free. Because you are free, you can do whatever you like now, you know. You need to show respect now. You see, that's all I can explain to a child, that you must show respect now. You are free to do everything you want, freedom of speech,
Yeah.
everything, but you must show respect. You must always stay humble. That's what it means for me to be free.
I always wonder, like, if I was born in apartheid, bruh. Like I'm telling you, bruh. Like, imagine. Have you been to Twitter and how the hate is
Yeah.
in Twitter?
Yeah.
Now imagine being a black person in
Yeah.
apartheid. How
Yeah.
hard was it? And are we actually taking those things for granted? You know?
Yeah.
Bra.
You know what?
Na I would kopa go bua gore
Yeah.
nna ke nka explain yang Freedom Day ko ngwaneng.
Yeah.
Nka mmolelela go ngwa pinky
Yeah.
jo Freedom Day era obvious ba ruta re go tse go segela ke
Yes.
but nna nka mmolelela gore mona Freedom Day ke letsatsi le, like Freedom Day, that day nako in nothing, like a black person ke nako a gona sentle go te Freedom Day ko bathong ba bantsho, I think.
Yeah.
So Freedom Day ke nako o tshimolla batho ba bantsho yanong ba lokollega yanong, you
Yeah.
can say whatever you
Liberation.
want,
Yeah.
you can go whatever you want, you can say whatever you want.
Mm.
One tall I can mention respect,
Yes.
but freedom day ke nako e yaanong re tshimolola go nna rona yaanong re sa tlhola re iphitlha ko dikhoneng or re fitlhiwa ko dikhoneng.
Imagine that
Or
world, bro.
Ra-
Yo,
come on.
God. Like, it's crazy. You know, buddy, like most of the thing here, if you're not working for a white person, you need to be, you're not allowed in Joburg. Like, you're not allowed in
Come
any
on.
CBD.
Yeah.
Unless you're working, in the
Imagine.
kitchen or doing
Yeah.
something. And by 6 o'clock it's chai. They
You
find you in
must
the streets.
go.
Hey,
Genau.
you
Chai.
know that?
So you can't come to town, or you can't just go to the mall and just be like,
No.
okay, I'm just doing window shopping.
No, back then you guys
I'm
have,
going to
you guys have
Joburg.
tuck shops there.
Yeah.
You guys have tuck shops there.
Yeah. So
And
what
the
do you
bigger
want
tuck shops.
here?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Okay, but jokes aside, guys, you know what, ne? This day for our mothers and fathers and our grandparents and our forefathers, you know, I could say it's a day of, you know, celebration. It's a day where they felt like they also belong. Imagine trying to belong in your own country.
That's
You understand what
crazy,
I'm
bruh.
saying? That is so
really
crazy. It's wild. So as much as we can just, you know, imagine Tina, okay, what was happening? They actually lived
They lived
that
in that
thing.
era.
They experienced that thing.
Yeah.
So I think we should not forget such days. And when they explain it properly on Google, they say every year on the 27th of April in South Africans celebrate Freedom Day. The day is in honor of the first election which South Africans of all races could vote. In that election in 1994, Nelson
For the first
Mandela
time. For the first
was elected the president of the country for the first time. So can you imagine what is going on in their
People's
minds?
heads,
Do
bro.
you understand what I'm saying?
You know, and now we take votes for granted, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes
No one
we don't
votes
vote.
like now.
sometimes we don't even vote.
I voted.
Yeah, I voted. The
vote.
last time I voted.
But I mean, like when we were younger, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you know what? This is what's gonna happen. We
Yeah.
know this is what's gonna happen."
Right.
But yeah, guys, I'm glad.
But
you...
do you think in this generation there is a certain freedom that we're fighting for that is different from, you know, how can we celebrate Freedom Day differently? Because I feel like in our generation we're always striving for the freedom of being recognized, the freedom of money,
Yeah.
you know. So
Financial
I think financial
freedom.
freedom,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
being, you know, just being excellent.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I think when this Freedom Day comes in a couple of days, we need to look at it in that light. Right now, I have the freedom. If I want to be a podcaster, I can be a podcaster. You know,
Yes.
And then
if I
before-
want to be a rap, I can be a rapper. If I
rapper.
want to be a doctor, I can be a doctor.
Mm.
Back in the day, bruh, if
They didn't have
if
those
50 people were
opportunities.
combined together, that was seen as
Meeting.
people are having meetings. You know what I mean?
What are you discussing?
Yeah, there's a lot that we need to celebrate.
Yeah.
We shouldn't like just let days like this pass,
Yeah.
you know, without actually thinking about it.
But do you think are we taking it for granted or something?
I think it's the life we live. You know what I mean? It's like everyday life. We if you haven't been in the lion's den, you don't know.
yeah,
You don't know how it feels.
You don't know
know?
how it feels.
You can only be told. "Okay,
This
you
is
know,
how
Yeah, what,
this is how it feels. No, I understand.
you don't know how it feels.
No, I understand. Well, you know, just to close up this topic, guys. For me, I would say that freedom, for me, it means to be heard. You know, as a woman, I know that it took us a very long time for us to be heard. And actually, even today, there are still places whereby
Yeah.
when you go and you're trying to negotiate or you're trying to propose like a business, you know, meeting, whatever, you're not heard until you can offer something else. Do you understand?
Accolades.
Yes.
Oh,
do you
or punani.
Yes, basically, yeah. Let's talk about this thing. So for me, freedom
For
means
Mosadi.
and
Yeah.
it's disgusting, yes, and it's you know, it just makes you feel like you're not worth it. It's like this person does not see or hear what you are doing.
But isn't it crazy? They say that women are more intelligent than men, but that's the situation now. That's crazy. crazy. Because when you look at the stats, like women are actually
Yeah, that's lame, Martin.
yeah.
It's their part,
That's lame.
but we have the power. Though.
Yeah, you know, men have the power.
Women are very
Yeah.
Strategic.
Yes.
Yeah.
wena o iplela wa bona kelelonyana tse re ipelelang
So
rona
we
le
are the
tsone
face.
Esma,
We are the face that we have the power.
Rona.
But they are.
listen
But behind every great man.
kelelo e re ipelelang
Oh, we have a
rona le
guest.
yone.
Yeah,
All
yeah, I
right,
think it's
all
so.
right. Is it that moment? Yeah. Reason. Yeah. Oh, did we say something?
Yeah.
Did we say something?
So, guys, moving on to our next topic, which is polygamy. And also, we are joined by a beautiful lady here by the name of Pinky. Please
Yeah.
introduce yourself.
This is Pinky, and I'm a poet, writer, thespian, radio host, MC, anything that is entertaining, and also an AI's girlfriend. Yeah.
Damn.
Hi.
hello Pinky.
Hi.
I was scared, bro. When Pinky walked in,
Why?
I was like, yo, who did I offend? It might be a reason moment.
Okay,
How
then.
How many podcasts that you say these days where anybody can walk in and say, hey, I don't like what you said about me last week.
Oh, you thought she was gonna pull that?
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness,
Need
no.
to be
Pinky is
I
not
don't
like
act
that.
without reason.
Yes. Okay, she just said I don't act without reason.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Okay, I get you. All right, guys. So, Pinky, we'll be talking about polygamy right now. Ne? So, let's say, okay, fine. Before we get into your opinion, ne, I'd like to know. You guys, you understand polygamy, right? It's a man. I don't know. There's a reason why I asked this question.
Yeah.
Okay, so polygamy, ne? It's when a man marries more than one wife. Ne? Yes.
It's him.
Can it be
It's
also a
paid.
woman marrying
Yeah,
more
that's
than...
That's polyandry.
That's polyandry.
Yes, not polygamy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know.
Didn't know.
Okay.
What
Okay,
about
but then
about
maybe we can talk about polyandry and polygamy.
Yeah.
Ne? Okay, so you understand a polygamy, okay? Shompijat. Polyandry. Now it's when a woman marries more than one man. So it's temple some fast can go. Ne? You understand?
Is it allowed though? Is it allowed?
It is. It's like a threshold.
This should be interesting. So Pinky, because you just joined us now, ne?
You leave
I'm
the
gonna
topic.
start with you. Yes. What's your take on polygamy?
First of all, I'm against.
Okay.
I'm against anything that has to do with sharing a partner.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is how AIDS gets, haphazard everywhere. But I'm just against the whole. I love it for them, but I'm against. Also, I believe that if you're into polygamy, you must have money. You can't you cannot have million wives and not even have a land.
Okay, Pinky.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mara, how is
Okay.
AIDS transferred if you guys are like the eating the dinner table is just the three of you? There's no
separate.
other
I must
people.
have my own house. He must.
Yeah,
provide
the
a
house
husband
has to be
and a
separate.
I'm
Okay.
saying
I
like
have both in
transmitting HIV. Right? I can not
No, but the other wife coming in the picture.
You can't run away. You can't run away from HIV, Pinky. How say if it
No.
I'm telling you because you can be
I
careful.
think
Listen. In a polygamous marriage,
Faith.
it's just in
terms of
no, sure.
I think
Because
in terms of
even if-
polygamy is better. You know why? In terms of the transmission, because you know exactly who your partner is sleeping with.
Yeah.
No, but you don't know.
But
because
now, if
the
he's
partner,
cheating,
when he starts cheating, before at least some side more, outside.
oh, okay.
Once I choose.
He's testing the mic for him. Is the mic working?
Yeah, what's going
And
on
half of the
here?
time, banner they don't like testing. So
No.
man, read two.
Mm.
And there's still 5 candidates. You're still testing
Yeah.
out when. Guys, no.
No, that's fine.
but
No,
you can
for me, I don't support this thing. You know about us by Atanya. So
Your wife is
Okay.
watching.
Tanya's
I
not
was
in the
like,
house.
no.
No.
You
I'd
just
rather
said
have
that.
one.
But-
I'd rather have one. Tanya now, man, it's Tanya only one. Women are crazy.
We don't just
I can't
wake
have
up
5
and
crazy
say,
women.
I never.
I wake up.
Oh, no.
I'm not in a good mood when I wake up and they are all like, hey, to me.
They all have fire.
Uzobe wenze ntoni wena
No,
qala.
you know they say it's money. You know, and Today they're gonna suffer because they're broke.
You know what? I wanted to ask Pinky something. Pinky said, you're against polygamy. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
and then you mentioned something, and then you said, a man who wants polygamy, those should have money.
They
Now,
should.
I wanted to ask you this question. So let's say now, a man with money asks
Wealth.
you, like wealthy man,
Wealth.
asks you to allow him to take a second wife. What would you say?
It depends if the wealth I have a piece in it, and whoever who comes doesn't get a piece in it. And legally,
real
I'm the one, the
No,
wife,
no,
I'm the
that's
only wife there. It's fine.
Okay.
As long as
So
the
what
money
if
is
he's
ours.
already married, is loaded, and he wants to take you as the second wife, and you didn't know he was married? Now
Yeah,
you're
actually.
And you had a
Yes.
Oh,
second
bro.
one. You had a
And now
second
he's
one.
saying, well, hey, I have a wife there.
Or what if all is for I'm married and then marwa bona or marada.
Yeah, now he wants to
Yeah.
take you as the second wife.
And the wife is in case
Tell the
barely
truth,
sees the wife.
Pinky. Tell the truth, Pinky.
I get it in philosophy.
Yeah.
The love of money is true love.
Okay.
Yeah, the love of money is true love.
Okay, let's say unna banna mo juice one tol maraba blume pleki one or ntui one or something. And then about bella for no kenna go Newtown and on go Bram. So marwa bona for marda.
That is too
Da.
close. Boloi,
Mar- Mar like marwa bon. Wabon.
eyes too close.
Okay, so what's your take on polygamy, Jiggy? How now so loaded? No, it's making banyana balla ka wena.
I wouldn't. I think I wouldn't marry another. Ngache kuchita ku one for most.
Oh, you want to cheat?
Oh, you want to?
Wow.
He said it out loud.
Mario kunyala. Yeah.
Also, you'd rather when I rather cheated than or unyale.
Yeah. I'd rather do that.
Okay.
So you wouldn't even marry like the first one?
I would marry the first one. Lokole nangas nyala, but I wouldn't.
What are you saying?
You just said two contradicted things in different languages.
You know what?
Marfonyala no.
I love Jiggy's honesty. Trust me. Okay, and you? Can you?
Now if my girl allows, bro, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's share the kitchen. At least one will do laundry, one will be in the kitchen. You know, share responsibilities in the house, bro.
You wanna feel like them Seleku there?
Oh, so
Share responsibilities. Share. If you're not in the mood, your sister wants
Banne di cho.
Yeah, I'm ready to show. As long as Bukwana or sharp.
okay.
As long as Ronali peace. Look at her face.
I'm traumatized.
Like as in,
trauma.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
A cardiac is loaded.
yeah.
You can see. You can see. Straight from China, Baba.
Okay. Okay.
From China.
Straight from China.
And that's a for what's about time. Time. He's bait telling.
Okay. All right. For me, polygamy, a lot of women, they're like against it. So I wasn't shocked when you were against it. But for me, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad thing. Especially if the man has the money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if I have my own house and okay, fine. And this is tens, they take tens, okay, which is a bit boring or annoying, if I may say. But really, if I'm well taken care of and everything is fine, you know, I'm solely luto, then I don't see anything wrong. And also, if the man doesn't remind me that, you know what, I own you, of which, okay, Uzabeng own you anyway, I'll have my other things. But you know how, especially Zulu man, you know, they always ask you, Guti, you know. So yeah, for me, I don't think, and also I wish more girls could just accept, because remember, Pinky, you and I could date Sbusiso for years. I'm just making an example. Do you understand? I'm just making an example. Do you get my point, guys? You and I could date Spusiso for like 3-5 years until Spusiso marries one of us, and then one of us remains a permanent side chick. That happens. So why not just allow Spusiso to just the other girl, because anyway she's here.
But you didn't know.
You just talk about it. You know, some girls know. Come on, some girls know about this. They know. I know. Like I know. Good. Okay. When Ujona knows man, and I'm just like, okay, I'm also dating him too. And they even get to a point whereby they text each other and be like, you know what? I need to go somewhere. Could you please? Enza lo mntu busy ngoku. Guys, you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm sure.
I think to take away from this topic, there's two things. If you want to be a polygamist, you need to have money, and your woman need to understand, otherwise you're going to have a crazy household, like the one that he's afraid of.
Muselego has money, but look at the drama.
Yeah, flopper. But
I don't mind that drama. To get my point, I don't mind that drama.
So you don't mind sleeping alone, like?
Kusasa ndio swipe grocery 25,000. I mean, like I book
in your own house.
Una stress. Yes, I'm
there's no way the woman won't cheat if that's the case, because the new wife is always the favorite. Because she's young, she's flexible. And now when the first wife,
why do you care if you have money?
And Baba is like singing the stuff.
Alright guys, let's move on to the next topic. What's on your pothead? The other pothead?
Okay guys. Yeah, okay. So what we wanted to talk about also, it's what's your take on, okay, I don't know how to put this thing. In our black communities, we believe in going to work for someone. Okay, not even for someone, for a white man or for an Indian man, or do you understand? So how do we change that, in the black community? How do we, or in the black society, how do we change this thing here? Do you understand what I'm saying? How about maybe we encourage entrepreneurism? Is it entrepreneurism?
Oh, damn.
Is it the right term? I'm not sure about the terminology.
But I get what you're saying.
But you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Because most of the time in the black community, when you're starting a business, they don't support you. They laugh at you. They laugh at you. They think you're crazy. They're thinking, but when a person of a different race starts a business, then they're like, okay, they go and support. Even us black people, we go and support, but if I come up with the same thing or similar, business, I don't get the support.
I think it depends for Okala business young. Okala smaller, like, but
where else can we start though, man? We're already from a disadvantaged background,
I think to start a business for us, enough budget.
No.
I think
no. Like I've said this before on the podcast. Muslims, their church, whenever you reach a specific age, like when you reach 21, everybody in the church donates to your business.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
When you reach 21. So it's from their understanding that you have a mental capacity of a fully functioning mental capacity to know what you want to go or what you want to do in life by the age of 21. So they support you as a church. If you want to start a podcast, everybody in that church now, you present in a church and say, guys, I want to start a podcast. Then after that, it's your problem, bruh. I can't go donate it.
Yeah.
Also good. Because now, if you think about it, bruh, we come from different four-room, we're already disadvantaged, In order to become a doctor, you need NASFAS. NASFAS is also a donation from the government in a way.
And also remember, they always say, they always say start where you are. So if you don't start small, then you'll never start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mara ya a ke re gape batho ba tshwane motho kgona that's why ke re go na le batho ba heshang motho kgona go qala business fela like out of the bloom like batho go rekisa mazimba and then business I think it's 2 weeks 3 weeks motho jile chelete.
Discipline, Bafetu. Discipline is very important.
Yeah, but there's
And
this term in
consistency.
isiZulu, they say umuntu omnyama akafuna ukubona umuntu omnyama yaphezulu, you know. So I think if you see Nike, you want to buy Nike, then I come with my own design and I say
Yeah.
Nike, and it's more, and it has a lot of quality than the Nike. You'll go still buy the Nike because of the brand that this Nike is from the States and stuff like that.
Or
But I
because
come
of
with
what
my
someone
mic.
else
My mic, you can tell that hey, this is quality, but because it's me, you don't want to support me because you know me. You don't want
That's
me to
true,
reach
bruh.
that level.
That's why we have to move out of your hood
Ngumban.
to make it.
Yeah.
I could make it in an insult,
Yeah.
but I can't make it at home.
Yeah.
Because that's home, bro.
Yeah, they know you. They're like,
They know
"Ah,
you."
cardiac." Nah. I'd rather
No, but that
support
is
someone
true.
else.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And most of the
I
time
could literally be selling damanolo wa kukhoneng. O rekisa mazimba ali pula le rekisa.
Yeah.
Ramafeta.
The same
Yes.
goes slow. Yeah, the same goes
The
slow.
same goes slow, same amount. You understand? Mara ke mo tsaka thabo mfethu thabo. Thabo chang ka di go slow mfethu.
Yeah.
Guys, yenziwe yintoni loo nto leyo?
I think
I
it's the
don't know,
mindset.
man.
Because these people were oppressed. Black people were oppressed.
Oh,
So
thank you.
after oppression, the only thing we know now is to turn against each other.
Ish.
While the other race is up there making money,
Supporting
setting their
each
network,
other.
providing net worth. Remember just down there fighting each
Hey,
other.
And it's crazy how the Pakistans took over the townships. Like one corner, all of a sudden it's
That
10
is my
corners.
brother.
Because you bring the other one.
That is my brother.
Exactly.
Next month you bring the other one.
Was blood related. That is my brother.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
yes. You know where I stay, ne?
And then
I think every year there's new people coming in.
Yeah, it's
Every
like this.
year there's new people coming in.
That's crazy.
I noticed this because I've been there for like a couple of years now, and I'm like, hey, bo,
Yeah.
once again,
Oh, my friend.
but after a year, and then that's what's gonna happen. So it's like they teach each other business, you know, and also an Indian child or a Pakistan child, like a buya skolweni. You know this thing, guys. They're in their shops.
That's crazy.
They're in that shop.
By the time
They're
he's
being
21.
trained. By the time they're 20. So the reason why I'm saying this, Jigine, it's Mutuhanali, by the time they're 21, you know, she mentioned that donated. By the time they're 29, already this person is trained. They understand money. They understand the language of money. So this is why I was saying that in the Black society, why is it that we don't teach our kids to be entrepreneurs instead of telling them that they should go and study and work for somebody else?
You can't teach what you don't know.
Yes.
Black people only know how to be employees. So when you come with a foreign concept, you must come with your own business. Now, for example, I started my business 37 a match. Did my own show. They were like, they were so against it because I graduated, I have my degree, but they're like, you're supposed to be in the office. I'm like, I didn't graduate so I could work there. I just wanted to learn something. I quite the
But
But I want to have my own production. I want to do theater that's unconventional. Like, this is not. You are just wasting money.
You're wasting our money.
Yeah, you're wasting time.
Get it degree,
They have that thing that you must be employee. If you're not employee, you failed in life. You failed.
No, that's
I think it's a matter of we like competing instead of collaborating.
Yeah.
Like if I see Potheads is doing a podcast, I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't know about the
I can do better.
I can do better. You understand? Just because I can speak on the mic, I don't know what it took for these people to.
They said,
But now just because I saw a laptop there and the mic, instead of like just collaborating with niggas, like, yo, Fetu, this is the skill that I can bring into the table. And then we do that later on, Fetu, it blows up because if we bring different skills to the table, I think a lot of people just want to, everybody wants to be their own superhero.
They want to shine and you can't. You can't go to the top alone.
Yeah.
Like who do you think you are? That's the things that you hear, you know, from people who are, you know, as not passionate as you are about business. Do you understand? Yeah. So okay, well, that's what I wanted to understand. Guys, it's been so much fun being with you here. And I want you to know that whatever we do, we must always remember that we are free.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yes. In this man, we are free.
You're not talking about financial freedom. No.
We are
Ask that question. Are we?
Okay, let me explain how. Let me explain.
Fashionably.
Let me explain. Ban City, we are free. We are free and non-doing, meaning that we can think whatever we want to think, and we can believe whatever we want to believe, and we can create whatever we want to create. I'm saying this because of we're still talking about I mean, this is still Freedom Month, and our ancestors, they were not free. Do you understand what I'm saying? They were not free to be creative. They were not free to master anything.
That ain't kawatile rona.
That thing.
I think
So high change. High change.
Because we can't, it's very difficult to tell your parents, oh, yo man, I'm gonna be a rap.
You can't be
It's either back in the day, it's either you're a nurse or a teacher.
Yeah, or a police.
Or a police officer. And if you're a police officer, we pin.
Yeah.
So now, yeah.
Why do I say
we're not free? Why are you saying we're not free?
you say we are free to think we are not?
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people. Sorry. A lot of people's mindset, they're already choreographed in a similar way. Everything that you consume, it directs something in your thinking. Like TikTok, content creation. That is not your original thought. You probably had an original thought, but because of the things you consume, you're already dilly-dallying, going north instead of going south.
Yeah.
Number 2, we are not financially free. And number 3, the effed up.
It hit home.
It hit home. Number 3, we are still oppressed, just that now the color is different. The people oppressing us now, they wear our skin. People are unemployed. People are graduates. When you try to break out of the norm and be like, I'm going to create a business, to a point that the only thing you can do as a black man or as a black woman is either do drugs, do sex work, alcohol, just drown yourself in anything negative and break homes. Because all you know, as a black person, all you deserve is the toxicity of it, the failed marriages, the child without the father, the child abandoned by the
It's a lot.
So we I don't think we are free. We have an idea.
Do you think the 30 years of
that is
democracy?
BS.
Oh, that is nothing.
Sorry.
Yeah, even me.
That's BS.
Yeah,
that
because
is nothing.
I think those whites, they said, okay, these guys, they will be free, but the money is not free. We are just free, but the money is not free.
You know what they did?
We take the money.
They didn't say
What's
be
leave?
free.
That is what's
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
let us be cordial so that the blacks don't do what we did to them.
Yeah.
So it was just like a
That's
safe
how we
place.
Freedom Day. Wow.
What? Meaning,
Yeah,
what? There was a thing happening at Cornhill. There were like old people, like old people.
Oh,
It was so sad.
the white people.
No, black people
okay.
like Bongfono, they were protesting. When we were still here, we literally begging for the right to die with a dignity. We are crying for so many things, the housing, the whatnot. And then you want to tell me that we're free. Just because
So,
we can take content.
sorry. I mean, like, nako gote no yana ntho nngwe le nngwe equal. Why go tile equal instead of okay, let's share? Why go sa share-riwa?
Equality in the sense of now we can vote for who can oppress us. Not
But
equality in the sense
the money.
You know, it's like what, bro? It's like you saying this race is equal. But then this guy was started.
Yeah.
When I started here, and your path in all the stones.
Exactly.
And they're like, nah, but it's the same race, man. It's the same destination.
I gave you the bait.
You don't work hard. You don't work hard. Yeah. You don't work hard.
Yeah. You're lazy, man.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there's also like we're competing with other nationalities within our country. Like it's a lot.
And then the effed up thing, the system favors the other nationality.
Yes.
More than us. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, child.
Ooh, child.
Oh, what
Oh my God, no. Being South African, being born South African is not.
It's not easy.